If you want a fun and explosive offense to run in Madden 24, this scheme is for you. Part 2 of the Chiefs' offensive scheme. Let's get into it. The two formations we will be adding off of tight Y off is Y off trips weak and Trey Y Flex. These two formations paired with tight Y off will make your offense unstoppable, utilizing misdirection, personnel mismatches, RPOs, and concepts that create madness for opposing defenses. The first play we're going to go over is motion X slant spot in the Y off trips weak formation. In this play, we will be creating a flood concept by putting X on a streak. This way, we have a deep vertical, a corner route by the tight end, and then a motion by the running back, which will be used as the flat route. Then we are going to put RB on a drag route. The drag route is extremely important, and you'll see why in a minute. Now, this flood concept is essential because it beats every zone defense. But the unique part about this play is the running back flat route. A lot of the time, this motion flat causes the user to flow towards him, which takes the user completely out of the play. Now your first read is the corner route. If the vertical pulls the deep zone, you will have the corner route wide open. This corner route also cooks man coverage as well. But if the defense drops back to guard the corner, you will have the underneath drag route for an easy pitch and catch. For your last read, you want to look at the backside slant coming across the field. If you see the defenders reacting late to the slant over the middle, step up in the pocket and throw a dot just out of the reach of the defender. If nothing is open, you can always check it down to the running back on the motion flat. The second play we're gonna go over is motion pump and go. This play is where we will create a ton of misdirection to confuse the user. The setup is extremely simple. Just put A on a drag. So you will have the switch concept with the slot receiver on a wheel and the outside receiver on a post. Then you will have the backside receiver on a deadly crossing route with the drag underneath and the running back on a motion flat. If you're looking to go deep, check the wheel route by the slot receiver. Against a zone, you may be able to hit him towards the sideline. You just have to make sure that the deep zone is occupied enough so he can't break on your pass and intercept the ball. This route can also beat man defense over the top, but you'll need to buy enough time in the pocket as the routes take a lot longer to get open versus a man defense. But normally, your first read should be the drag. In this play, the motion occupies the user and the defenders back up into their zone, which leaves the drag to be wide open. If the drag isn't there, your second read will be the backside crosser. And if you have enough time, you can look at your deep routes or check it down to the running back. Now against a man defense, the backside crosser is insane and gets open 99% of the time, especially against man press like you see here, where he beats the press with ease. All you have to do is hit the wide open receiver in stride and you'll be off to the races. Now a cool tip is that you can put your tight end at the running back position. If you have an athletic tight end, you can run the ball with him, have him run the motion flats, and put him on other running back routes to create mismatches against the defense. The way you do this is by putting your tight end at the starting fullback position. Then in the play calling menu, flick the right stick left or right to change the package to fullback at halfback. The next play we will go over is RPO zone dive. In this play, we are either going to run the ball or throw it to the bubble. If you see that the defenders or the user attack the bubble, give the ball to the running back or tight end for easy pickups. Using RPOs is essential to have success in Madden 24. The way the programming is this year, the defense will get pancaked like you see here if they only have 3 down linemen blitzing against RPOs. But if you see the defense back off when the ball is snapped, quickly throw it to the bubble to get your best receivers in space to make big plays. The last play in this formation is motion halfback swing. This play works best when the corners are backed off the receivers, because for some reason the receivers totally miss their blocks occasionally when the corners are pressed. So when you see the corners playing off coverage, you can audible to this play. All you have to do is throw it to the running back, read your blocks, and create big plays in open space. Now one quick tip before we go to the next formation is to start utilizing comeback routes against man coverage. This route along with curl routes are very underrated this year and can help you gain easy yards as they are extremely tough to guard one-on-one. When throwing the comeback, you just want to throw the ball as soon as you see the receiver begin to break or drop his hips. This will optimize the QB and receiver timing for an easy completion. Now we're going to go over 3 plays in the Trey Y Flex formation. The first play we will go over is RPO Alert Omaha. The RPO has 3 viable options: either run the ball, pass to the flat, or the backside out route. This out route works great in the red zone. If you see him beat the defender off the ball, you should have a window to throw to for a lead pass to the outside for an easy touchdown. On the strong side, take a look at the defenders lining up over the receivers. If the middle receiver does not have a defender lined up over him, or if the defenders back up, give it to the flat, and you will see that the vertical actually turns into a downfield blocker to help gain extra yards. If the quick passes are guarded, just hand the ball off for an inside zone play. Do your best to be patient and find the right angles to make people miss for long runs on the ground. The next play we're going to go over is SE corner, and we will be creating another flood concept by putting X on a vertical and Y on a flat. The cool part about this is that when the user sees the flat by the inside wide receiver, he may think you are running the RPO we just went over, so it could create confusion for the defense. But your read here is the corner route, but if the defense stays low to guard the corner, you will have the vertical over the top for a one-play touchdown. You also have the running back on a check down as well as the solo tight end on a corner, which could get open versus a man defense. The last play in this formation we will go over is verticals. Although verticals is simple, it is extremely good this year and you will find people not being able to stop it. Your first read here is the inside receiver. Your goal is to see if you can hit him over the top of the linebackers. If this is not open, your second read is the slot receiver running up the seam. If you have an open window, freeform it away from the deep zone for a big time throw and catch. You can also throw the ball to the crossing tight end, which many people forget to account for because they are trying to prevent the deep ball. And now here is a red zone play that will help you score more touchdowns, especially when you use a faster QB. The play is HB slip screen in the formation Trey open offset. What you will want to do is motion the inside receiver and snap the ball when he is about lined up with the right tackle, and the receiver's job is to seal the edge. As a QB though, you want to immediately roll out to the right side, and you can either try to run the ball into the end zone, pass the ball to the flat, or pass it to the backside crosser in the back of the end zone. Now that is part 2 of the Chiefs offensive scheme. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will be streaming tomorrow, so make sure to check in and say hi, and remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you later.